Hello and welcome. In this practice, this very short practice, we will be focusing on stretching around the different key joints in our body. And this will be to not only increase the sense of freedom of movement, mobility, and ease around those joints, but also to promote a sense of resilience, which can be not only on the physical level, but on a more subtle level as well, which for me has been helpful in this time of uncertainty globally. So you can join me either in a chair or in any seated position, whether you're on your mat or anywhere else. So let's start with the neck. Tilt the head gently towards the right side and relax the shoulders. And just pause for a moment to allow the weight of your head to gently draw you deeper into the stretch. Relax your left shoulder. Breathe. So keeping the breath nice and deep and steady, calm, will encourage the tissue around the joints to relax into these stretches. If you wish, you could move the chin around, keeping the movement relatively small so you can tune in deeply to what feels the best to your neck. When we're working with the neck, we especially want to be doing this with care and attention so that we don't injure any part of those joints of the spine, of the cervical spine. Take another deep breath in and out, and then let's gently return the head back to neutral. Take a moment to relax into your seated position, making any small movements or adjustments so that we can move into the second side of the neck in a way that feels centered. So take a deep breath in now, and then let the head tilt over towards the left side. Continue to breathe. Allow the weight of the head to draw you into the stretch a little bit more deeply. If you wish, you can move the chin around so you could deepen the stretch, or you may find that there's some areas here that feel a little bit more ready for a stretch, more tense. So if you find that, you can continue to move the chin and work with that area, around that area, or you could just stay in that position that you're finding seems more tense this morning. As you breathe in, return the head back to neutral and make any small adjustments. Let's move to the shoulders. We'll take a breath in and lift the top of the shoulders up towards your ears and squeeze gently. As you exhale, let's do it through the mouth and drop the shoulders. Breathe in, lift the shoulders and give a gentle squeeze, and then exhale. Let whatever weight you've been carrying on your shoulders just drop. Let's do one more like that. And then rotate the shoulders forward and back. You can do them both together at the same time or alternating right and left. Breathe as you go. Reverse the circle. And then relax the shoulders. Again, making any little adjustments to increase the sense of ease and being centered once more. Let's draw the right arm across the chest. Be gentle here, so even though we're using the left hand to support the stretch, be gentle with how much energy you are using to take the arm across. Take one more breath in and out. And then let's add the neck here. We're going to rotate the head to look to the left, look towards your right hand. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, look towards the right shoulder, rotating the head to the right. Inhale, look left, and exhale, look right. Take a breath in and look forward or release the right arm down, again making any small adjustments. Draw the left arm now across the chest, using your right hand to gently support without being aggressive. Adding the rotation of the neck, look towards your right, look at your left hand, breathe in. As you exhale, look left towards the left shoulder. Breathe in and look right. Exhale, looking left. Breathe in and look forward, release the left arm. We'll take a moment now to bring some focus to the wrists. Bring both arms out in front, and let's turn the palms up. We'll take your left hand and place it gently on the right fingers, drawing the fingers downward gently. Continue to breathe. Here, if you are noticing the right elbow bending, you can experiment with straightening it. That way you may get a deeper stretch along the forearm. But see what works best for your joints, your arm this morning. Now we'll take each finger individually, starting with the thumb. So we're going to reach under your right hand and clasp the thumb gently. Give it maybe a gentle massage, just a little squeeze, or you may want to draw it towards you. Trust the signals you're receiving from your body and continue to have it feel gentle. Let's continue now, releasing the thumb and go to the index finger. Taking a full breath in and out on each of the fingers now. So releasing the index and continue with the middle finger. Breath in and out. Now the fourth finger. And now the pinky finger. Good. Release the fingers and turn the palm facing down again, and we'll bring the fingers pointing down. Your left hand can gently rest on top of the right hand. If you'd like to increase the stretch, just apply a bit more pressure, keeping it gentle. And let's bring both hands out in front with palms facing up. Take your right hand on your left fingers, draw them down. Relax any tension around the eyes, along your jaw, and continue to breathe. Use your right hand, come under the left arm and clasp the thumb. Give it a gentle squeeze, or perhaps draw the thumb towards you for a deeper stretch. Release the thumb and let's go to the index finger. Take a deep breath in and out. Notice if your elbow wants to be bent a little bit or if it wants to straighten. Let's release the index finger, go to the middle finger, take a breath in and out. Now to the fourth finger. And to the pinky finger. Let's turn the left palm facing down, point the fingers down, rest your right hand on top of the left hand, either resting without any pressure, or if you want a deeper stretch through the wrist, apply a gentle pressure. Let's release that and begin to rotate the wrists. You can bring the arms down if your shoulders or elbows are not feeling comfortable. Bring them down to a lower height or bend the elbows if you wish. Breathing. Let's circle in the opposite direction. And then point the palms forward and let's wave. You can go in one direction or opposite. Waving. Imagining that you're waving to someone. You're waving to me, I'm waving to you. And then let's wave it the other way, waving the fingers forward and back. And then maybe just a gentle shake. Get the finger joints in, shake again, finger joints, shake again. One more time, finger joints, and shake again. And let's bring the hands down. Take a moment now and close your eyes or lower your gaze. We're not done yet, but as we pause here, come back to your breath and send energy of appreciation, compassion if you are feeling any tension or stress, and loving kindness to the joints of the neck, of your shoulders, of your fingers and hands and wrists. Breathe and send energy of appreciation, compassion, and loving kindness to these parts of the body that support us in so many ways. And lift your gaze, open the eyes, and let's continue. So you may want to position yourself in your seat where your feet are feeling grounded, that they're on the floor. So if you're in a seated position, you can bend the knees and bring your feet to the mat. If you're in a chair, just scoot to the edge of the chair until you can feel your feet. And we'll work with the joints of the spine, a seated version of cat-cow. As you breathe in, we're going to draw the chest forward, let the shoulders draw back. Take a breath in. As you exhale, draw the belly inward, maybe bring chin downward, and draw the back towards the back of your chair or towards the back of your mat. Breathe in and lean forward. Exhale, lean back. Let's do a few more. As you exhale, come back to a neutral spine. And let's work with the hips now. These are major joints of the body, and so they may feel tight, especially in these past days or weeks. You may have more time sitting than you have in the past, and so let's bring the left foot to the mat. You may even, if you know your hips are really tight, you might want to slide your left foot forward. And if your hips are very tight, cross the right ankle below the knee, but somewhere between, either maybe at the ankle or somewhere above the ankle but below the knee. If your hips, if you're not feeling much stretch doing that, you could bring the ankle, the right ankle above the left knee, and maybe slide the foot closer towards your left hip, so the left foot stays grounded. Here, it might feel nice to add a little movement. It could be that you're rocking slightly from side to side, or maybe incorporating a lean forward or a little twist. So as you find the position or the movement that feels good today, come back to the breath. We're encouraging opening in the body and opening to receive the stretch, especially if the hips are feeling tight. So breathing, reminding the body that it's okay to relax. Sometimes we get into chronic tension in the body. Perhaps different parts of the body feel it more or less. Sometimes the hips are one of those areas that feels it the most. So be gentle here. Let's take a couple more breath cycles. Let the right foot come down to the floor or your mat if you're seated on the mat. Doing the other side, we'll go through the same steps. So we'll have the right foot on the mat. You could, or on the floor, you could slide the foot a little further forward, especially if you know that your left hip is feeling tight today. We'll take the left foot and cross it at the ankle or above the ankle. See how that feels. If that feels like a sensation is blooming in the hip, that could be a good place to stay for now. If you're not feeling any sensation or not much sensation, you can bring the left ankle above the right knee, perhaps sliding the right foot closer towards the right hip, still staying on the floor. One indication that you might be doing too much, that you're going too deep in your stretch in the hip, is if the knee is feeling any strain, any pain. If that's the case, do something less. Bring the ankle below the knee or at the ankle, or skip this altogether if it's not feeling comfortable. Again, perhaps a little movement to coax the tension out of the hip. Maybe leaning forward might bring up more sensation, or adding a bit of a rotation of the spine, staying wherever it feels the best to your body. We'll pause here and come to the breath, breathing in and out. Reconnect with heart energy, sending appreciation, so much compassion, and loving kindness to the hip. A couple more breath cycles. Place your left foot down on the floor again or on your mat. And we'll experiment with the ankles and feet now. So let's work with one at a time. Plant your left foot on the floor and bring your right foot off of the floor. You don't have to bring it up this high. I'm just doing that for demonstration. If you'd like to, you can. If you'd like to support the foot being this high, you can place your hands behind your right thigh. Isn't it interesting how the foot looks almost as big as my upper body? So anyway, let's use rotation here, drawing a circle with the toes to bring some sensation into your right ankle. Breathe as you go. Reverse the circle. And then let's bring the foot back to neutral, and we'll wave the foot from side to side. Waving the foot. Hello. And then wave it forward. Hello. If there's any movement that you can incorporate with the toes, do that. Do that. And then relax the foot. Let's place it down on the floor or your mat, and we'll work with the left foot and ankle. So bring the left foot off of the floor again if you're seated, or on your mat. Either way, it can be you can just bring it inches up. For demonstration purposes, I'll bring it higher. If you'd like to bring it higher, you may support your left leg with hands under the thigh. Start with the rotations. Breathe. Let's reverse the circle. Continue to breathe. And then bring the foot to neutral. Let's wave from side to side. Hello. Then wave front to back. And then see if you can get your toes moving in any way. Yes, just bringing some energy, some aliveness into your toes. And then settle both feet down. The left foot joins the right foot. There's probably a little more energy in the feet and ankles right now, so let's take a moment. Send appreciation down to the feet. If you experienced any sense of tension in the feet or lack of mobility, send the feet and ankles much compassion and gratitude for all the years of service, all the ways they have supported us and continue to support us in our grounding and in our movement. We've worked with some of the major joints of the body, and you may want to stand now or to just lean back in your chair or your seat. We will attempt to shake the different joints of the body that we've been working with. So we'll bring, maybe I'll lean back a little more here. We're going to bring the feet off of the ground. We'll bring the hands off of the ground and just shake. The shoulders, the head. If this is not fun, stop immediately. Take another breath in and out. And then the hands and the feet are waving goodbye. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.